Hello, hello.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the chat. We're going to get this figured out.
We got it.
There we go.
Hello.
Welcome to the Challenge Great Lakes Season 2 Agents of Chaos Morning Show.
Morning show.
We are here. Cass is eating breakfast. They are getting ready for nominations. If you didn't join us last night, every elimination or nomination format is going to be different depending on the day, depending on what they pick. They don't know. We've got mixtape boxes. They pick blind. Something they don't know is that at the end of the night, there's a format they haven't seen yet that we're going to roll out, and it's entirely based on how well they've done so far. So we will see. We'll be able to see that in a little bit. You'll get that later on. That's a little fun little element that we have that we're going to add to the game. Other than that, Paul, talk about a little bit what happened yesterday and where we're at with tea and all of that stuff.
Yes, so we started yesterday for those of you who are catching up with us. That's cool.
Better.
I'm with you. So we started yesterday with the problem is there we go. We started yesterday with a mini final. Which really was very difficult for the contestants, really challenged a lot of them. And then we brought back Sean and Sarah as our first Agents of Chaos to come in and set the bar for the game. Now,
what Sarah, a moment, right?
What a moment. Jaw dropper.
Most of the cast went, oh shit.
Yes.
Like
absolutely.
They were terrible. They were not excited.
Yes. And now Sarah was only able to be with us for the mini final, but Sean joined the game as a full player, came in. And when we say they set the bar, they set the bar. Sean and Sarah both crossed the finish line first, proving that neither one of them are flukes in any sense of the word. They are crazy tough.
With time penalties for Sarah and all that. Sarah was apparently offering people help on the trail with things like trivia, and they were turning her down.
A lot of the female gender group players were turning Sarah down, whereas Sean was also doing the same thing. He was offering help, and the guys were taking him up on it. So.
Absolutely, they were. It was very interesting to watch, too, because some people didn't. So what we did for the trivia, if you didn't get to see that station, it was the top 10 video that we released. We then cut it down, and we were releasing bits every day. And just like last season, that was their clue. They had to follow along, and they had questions based on each of the top 10 moments that we picked. So if you paid attention to season 1, or if you just watched our little 1-minute video clips, you had a shot, but some people hadn't. And so there was a little bit of frustration, I think, from some people.
Totally.
And there were some people who wanted to help, some people who didn't want to help. It really just depended, especially on where they were ranked at that point in doing this, in the station completion.
Totally. And it was a good way for both, for Sean and Sarah, of course, but then for also our other 2 season 1 returnees, for Nate and AJ, to really gain some currency with the rest of the cast and help out with if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So, like we said, Sean finished first. Jameson was behind him. He was
like 5 steps behind him.
Turned on the afterburners just a little bit too late to try and catch Sean, but they were right there, 1 and 2, which was, I mean, it was so impressive.
It was so fun to watch.
Really impressive performance. Hold on, I've got some other stats for you to pull up in my notes app. So yes, it was Sean and Jameson, and then Jacob not long after, and then Owen, who put together a really good performance, especially on a lot of the puzzles. And Owen really impressed me with a lot of his performance on day 1.
Yeah, Owen was nervous about the physical aspect. He said that, I think, in his opening video, which is live now. We did drop a little, video of each of them, just giving us 30 seconds on what they expected. Of course, they were wrong on what they to expect, but it was fun. And he said straight out, like, I'm worried about the physical stuff. And he smashed it. Like, hard finish, ran to the finish. He fell once. He looked at us and he was like, this is what I wanted. Thank you. This is the game I want to play.
Yeah.
So that was really reassuring when we just pop them into a mini final first thing in the game.
Yeah. And then for the folks who are competing in the female eliminations, obviously we said Sarah was first, but then from our actual cast members, it was Emily first, and then Jordan, and then Catherine, and then Danielle.
Our smallest and our rookies. They're all rookies.
Yeah, Emily not, but Emily Jordan, but Catherine, and Danielle, all rookies, all some of the smallest of those competing in the female gender group on site. And yeah, they did really, really well. It's very impressive because that's a very difficult thing to do, and they all really crushed it. And it felt definitely felt like there was a really, really group of girls that were really impressed with themselves there.
Yes.
And so that felt really right for them. So,
after we finished the mini final, we went to our 80s prom, which was spectacular. If you haven't seen the pictures, we had took tons and tons of cast photos. Those photos are going to go up in the house as their headshots for the time. It was so fun. The vibe was perfect. And then as the winners of the mini final, Emily and Sean, as the active players, were made prom king and queen. So they danced the whole 9 yards. It was adorable. There are wonderful prom photos that will drop of Their like prom posed pictures.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
so good.
So good.
Everyone went so in on the theme.
Yes.
Every type of 80s outfit you could find, we had. This cast, I am realizing, puts their all into everything. Party, mission, whatever it is, they're gonna fight and they're gonna play.
This is gonna be a wild couple days, folks. So you're gonna want to buckle up for this because this is really gonna be a crazy couple days. There is a little bit of tea from last night and from this morning. There's always the question of how hard to start playing the Gibble paradox. Really,
the Gibble paradox. Yep.
Of how hard do you start playing the game? How early? So we had Sean, Catherine, and Jameson in our car after the mini final, where they were giving some answers. You can watch that on stream, being a little cagey. And then as soon as we walked into the house and Sean went to go get his luggage, and it was just Jameson and Catherine, they were like, "It's us two to the end. We're ride or dies. This is the group. It's going to be the two of us. We're going to win. We have matching water bottles." That's how we knew it was supposed to be us from the whole beginning. So that seemed to be really kind of the first solid pair to emerge in the whole game.
It'll be interesting because Catherine's a challenge fan and Jameson is not. So it's going to be interesting how much he's going to bank on Catherine for the knowledge versus her banking on him a little bit for some of the speed and strength for some of this. With our first elimination format today, or nomination format today being the duel, they have to start a safety chain with Emily and Sean. So they in the car also last night, they were trying to kind of rig the order. Jameson and this group of tall boys is what I heard.
The tall boys,
the tall boys in the car.
Yeah, I think Carter was a part of that.
Carter. I think Jacob probably was a part of that.
Asmara was somebody they were talking about pulling in.
They were going to pull in Asmara. So that's interesting because this is what players didn't really do as much last year was try to figure out what the order would be. There's and this is seen a lot on the MTV show is they'll say, okay, so if Johnny picks Camilla and Camilla picks, Dunbar and Dunbar picks Paula and they go. That last year didn't really do that. They were just kind of like, we'll pick one person and
by
let
the time
them
we introduced the duel, they were so exhausted.
They didn't have the thought to do it.
We were lucky they picked anybody. Truly.
It's so true.
Truly.
So this time around, I think they're going to do a little more strategy with it. One thing Sean did ask us was, because we said that if Sean and Emily can't come to an agreement, there will be consequences. And what did he ask you?
Oh, he asked me, hey, so what if I just say I don't agree and send it into chaos? Am I still guaranteed to be safe? And I said, I can't promise you what will happen. If you say we don't agree, no way. So I'm not making any promises as to what will happen, sir. He said, noted. And he's not going to take that risk this early. There's no way.
Absolutely not.
But Sean's somebody famously who always wants to have all his options on the table. And that included the real chaos option that I'm sure he will not be choosing.
For sure. So yesterday it was a warm day. It was hot out. It was about 78, 80. I'm burned to a crisp because I'm me. Players actually was kind of nice for that. It was the area we ran that mini final in was shaded. It was covered. They did really well. They were tired, but they weren't exhausted. Today it's about 58 and chilly. So it's a little bit of a different vibe here. We're a little cold. I'm probably shaking the camera and I'm sorry, but we're going to go right into our first nomination, our first elimination. And the first thing that we're going to do for our first elimination is pole wrestle. Of course. Start big, start strong. After that, we will go right into a mission, which is going to be on the water. So this is going to be a rough morning for them in a very different way than it was yesterday. So we are just so excited for what we have planned today. One thing that we want to talk to you about that we want you all to know, and we're going to be hammering this home later today. We have 4 different elimination or nomination formats that we're going to be using this season. You will see all of them throughout the course of the day. At the end of the day, we are going to put out a poll. This is our viewers' revenge, right? Road rules, viewers' revenge. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a poll out of all the formats you've seen, and then you, the viewers, decide what nomination format happens tomorrow morning. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're paying attention to how these formats are used, what's the craziest, what creates the craziest results, and then you get to pick.
It's going to be in your hands, and we're going to give you what you want as the fans. We love you guys. We're so grateful you guys are here on stream with us. That's so dope. Like we said last year, spend your weekend with us. We are on Twitch this year, so you can download that app to your smart TV. You can have us up all weekend. You can have us up at work on your laptop, on your phones, wherever you go. Teach your mom how to find us. Teach your nana how to find us. Teach them how to be here in the chat. Teach your dad how to find us. Teach everybody that you have or just have them over. Have yourself a Challenge Great Lakes weekend party.
Why not?
Absolutely. You could 80s theme, tell them to wear an 80s outfit. That would be great. Because you're not going to want to miss a minute of this action. If you thought season 1 was crazy, this season was crazier. If you think the season 1 cast was hardcore, this season is hardcore. They
spent the morning. Emily led them all in yoga this morning.
In the living
room, they manifested what they wanted from this challenge.
Yes.
They are ready to go. We're gonna take a few-minute break, and then we're gonna come back with the first nominations of the day.
Yes.
Get ready, because we are just steamrolling from here, folks.
We will be live at 10:15 with those first nominations. So we're gonna go to a little bit of a countdown or something.
Yep, I'm gonna get a sweatshirt.
Absolutely.
And we are gonna kill this. Have fun, y'all. This is just going to be a party for the next 3 days.
Keep hanging out in the chat. Keep sending us questions. The incredible, amazing, talented Mira Hall is our stream monitor this year. And so the questions you're sending her, she's funneling right to us.
Yep.
We want this to be as interactive as possible. So all day long, hang out with us. We're going to have the confessional room open after nomination. So if you got questions for cast, things you answer, send them on over. We're going to get that to go.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys soon.
Excellent.
Awesome. Welcome.
Good morning, stream. Welcome to day 2 of the Challenge Great Lakes. We're so happy to have you all back joining us. Hope you enjoyed the morning show. And yeah, without any further ado, I think we're going to get to it.
All right, Sean and Emily, will you please come down here?
Right in Excellent. Okay.
Did you two come to a unanimous decision?
We did.
Okay. So what will happen is they will call a name. That person will come down, and they will go down to Sean's right. That person will then pick someone.
Hold on. No. That person's going to come down to the center, and then you guys are going to step to the right. Then they're going to call a name and step to the right. Then they're going to call a name and step to the right. Remember, the person you're choosing is always in the opposite gender elimination group than you are in. Okay. Sean and Emily, who is coming down first? You want to take it away?
We're going to pick Jacob.
Jacob.
Ooh. There's a youth com team in town. I'm going to pick Catherine.
And then just make sure you're speaking up when you say a name.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Jameson.
Let me get Maddie.
I'm going to go with Nathan.
Sit for down here. I'm gonna pick Mary.
Owen.
I'm gonna pick Lachey.
I'm going to pick Anthony.
Sierra, come on now.
Okay. Oh gosh, this is getting hard. I'll take AJ.
I'm gonna pick Daniel.
Nate, come on down.
I'm gonna pick Asmara.
Asmara, come down and join us. Just to be clear, whichever one of either Jamie or Carter you pick will join the safety chain. Whichever one you do not pick will automatically be going into elimination. With that in mind, who would you like to join the stage?
Cowboy Carter.
Okay, Carter, same applies to you. Whichever of these two you pick to join the safety chain, the other one will automatically go into elimination. Who do you pick to join the safety chain? Jamie and Linda, if you'll come to the front of the porch right here and stand up. So, of the competitors you see in front of you, you can choose anyone except for Sean and Emily to join you in elimination. Jamie, who would you like to go into elimination against?
I'm gonna go with Anthony.
Go ahead and hang up there, Anthony.
Linda, we'll pose the same question to you.
We'll go with Maddie. Nothing personal.
Okay, our matchups for our first elimination are set. It will be Jamie versus Anthony and Linda versus Maddie. You all will have 20 minutes to be back out here, and we'll head out to the elimination. In the meantime, we're going to take all four of you in for confessionals. When you're not in for a confessional, you can be getting ready for your elimination, okay?
You are going to need your jerseys, tennis shoes, mouth guards, helmets. All right, so how you feeling? You got called in.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I honestly wasn't too nervous for the safety chain. Kind of had a plan, so I was not nervous about that. I was nervous to get called out. So, I'm just like trying to speculate what it could be with like the gear that we need. Hopefully I can do this one. I'm pretty good at strength, I feel like. Okay, I did not know who was gonna be at the end though.
Okay.
And I feel bad because Jamie and I are pretty close.
Yeah. How did that? Do you have any idea how that fell that way with Jamie ending up at the end? Because I know like all the Columbus people went kind of in the middle.
Yeah, so I knew like Jameson or Nathan were supposed to pick me, and then from there I was supposed to probably pick one of them, and then Mary was supposed to get picked, and Mary had mentioned that they were gonna pick Jamie, but that didn't happen. I don't know what happened. So I feel really bad. So maybe this is my karma. So we'll be competing alongside Jamie. Maybe Columbus can hold down the fort and get her asses back in the game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say? We're live. I mean, any thoughts you have about anything so far that's happened?
Honestly, I'm just having a really good time meeting a lot of awesome people. I will remember who called me into elimination, so not that they're gonna see that, but yeah, come for revenge.
I love it. Thank you.
Yes,
You're
good.
good. Going back that way, and I'll grab the next.
Excellent. So that was very interesting.
Yeah.
We did see a lot of those Columbus names go in the middle. There's, I believe, 5 of them that are here from that group. Saw those names go in the middle, but not all of them. And specifically, Nate and Jamie were kind of left out in the cold, really by Mary, it sounds like, was the one who maybe didn't do what she said she was going to do, or maybe was not quite there. So that was really, really interesting to find out. So we'll see how that plays out later in the day. You know, in the challenge, all of your social decisions have consequences, especially early. If you think of the Duel 2 specifically, when Paula was the one who didn't keep the order what it was supposed to be, there were dire consequences for her down the road.
Jamie is asking to not do a confessional.
Okay.
He's just really in his feels right now, which is good.
Hello.
Hi. Have a seat on our little,
Throne.
throne. Perfect. All right. How are we feeling? Did you think you were going to be at the end of the chain?
Like you always like have that fear that you're going to be, but then you actually are. I think I was just a little bit surprised. So like what you didn't see was during the like last two puzzle things that we did, Anthony and I were running together, and I gave him the answer, like the full answer to one of them. So I guess I was just surprised, given the fact that we like ran most of it, and I gave him the answer to one of the puzzles that he still didn't pick me. So I guess this is like a really shitty version of karma that he's also going in.
Yeah. So give us insight into why Maddie.
There's really no logic behind it. I mean, I wanted to go against somebody I didn't really have a good connection with, so I felt like Maddie was probably the person I talked to almost the least. So I was like, I don't know. There's no real thought behind it.
Yeah. Do you have any speculation? Are you, what kind of elimination do you want it to be if you could pick? Like, what would you like to be doing?
Something like puzzly, something maybe like logic-y. I think we're all probably pretty burnt from the run yesterday, so I'd like something that isn't running heavy. If it's like short distances, that's fine. But maybe something where I can like use my brain a little bit more, like a strength challenge would be good too. I feel like those are all things I'm okay at.
Awesome. Anything else you want to say? We're live just to the stream, to us, anything about thoughts so far?
We're live here with Scott. Yes.
And we're live here too.
Oh, we're back live
Yeah.
here? Okay.
We're good.
I think I'm good.
Okay, you're good to go.
Excellent.
Go and get ready. Thank you. Yeah, perfect.
Am I supposed to mute you somewhere?
Just back out here in like 15 minutes and we'll take you out to the elimination area. Perfect.
So, this is very interesting. Jamie is a seasoned player, Maddie is a seasoned player, Linda's first game, Anthony's first game. So it's interesting to kind of see how this is all shaken up. Jamie is very upset, emotionally, and understandably, Jamie is one of the Columbus group. Jamie has won the Columbus Survivor, is very good at this, and I can see just from looking out the window that Mary is very upset that this went down the way that it did. Mary and Jamie and Maddie all rode up here together. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this goes moving forward. But we're going to see. We're going to try to get an interview with Anthony. We're also going to open.
Anthony's coming as soon as his mouth card is here.
Oh, great. Perfect. Like a live?
No. It's
okay. I was like, oh.
I know.
Yeah, so.
It's not Amazon Prime 2 day. He doesn't come to the Kino Lodge anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
So then we'll get Anthony. We're probably going to let Jamie just breathe. One thing about us is on our games, I've played games where I've been emotional and people have given me grace and given me time to pull together before I had to talk, and I appreciate that. So we do the same thing. If you are not feeling good about that, if you need a moment, that's fine. I asked Jamie, is there anything you want to say? They said no.
So just like, tell us how you're feeling. Tell us about, getting called out. Did you think you were going to get called out?
Yeah. I mean, yesterday I was last in performance, so I was like, there's a target on my back. It's fine. I'm not here to win. I know most people that are gonna be here to win are gonna get what they need. I'm here for the experience, so for me, I'm successful already. Whether I win or lose today, doesn't matter.
Awesome. Do you have a preference in terms of what kind of elimination? Physical, mental, that kind of stuff?
I would probably prefer mental.
Okay.
As with physicality, especially with the ash in the air and everything, it's been harder to breathe. So that's rough, but other than that, I'm okay with either.
Okay. So you win. You go back into the house. Does your strategy change?
No.
Okay.
I mean, to be nice isn't anything new. I mean, why wouldn't I be? What do I gain from saying, look at me, I won? That's still someone that I enjoy that's not there, but it's also part of the game. So
perfect. Anything else you want to say? We're live, stream's going. Anything you want to say to anybody?
No,
any feelings about everything?
Just hi guys. Hope you enjoy. Hope you're enjoying.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you. That's all
thank
we
you.
need from you. Welcome back.
Hi! Oh my god!
You are out of the first elimination. So tell me how you're feeling, strategy, how is it different than season 1, all of it?
So in terms of like comparison to season 1, I feel like the people here they're a lot more socially savvy, whereas last time I feel like everyone was like very quick into groups and it was hard to talk to people. I've talked to everyone at least once now and have had a decent like heartfelt deep conversation with them, which is kind of like my bread and butter. That's how I get with people. So I'm really glad that plays to my strengths. I feel like there's a lot of like sensitive types in here, and that's the type that I really like bond with very fast because I trauma dump on everyone and want them to trauma dump all over me. But I'm really happy not to be in the first elimination challenge because that was just coming in. It was like I can't do that again, and I can't be part of an elimination challenge this early with these fucking 6-foot monsters.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. Everyone is bigger than me, taller than me, stronger than me, faster than me. And like last season, I think stature-wise, everyone's a little bit more at my range. But this time, it's like, oh no, I'm little baby. I'm little baby. Put me in a corner, forget about me, please, because I just want to be left the fuck alone. So very happy, very sad for Jamie and Anthony. Those are two people that I really, really bonded with. Like Anthony and I had some really fucking good conversations last night, just about like community and like being queer. And it was just like it was really nice and like just everything going on. And I hate to bring that in here, but everything going on, it's just this entire event is really nice, but specifically my conversations with Anthony were amazing. That being said, Jamie's talked to me this morning telling me that they wouldn't put me up if they were one of the last ones. And I told them I wouldn't put you up if I was one of the last ones. And so I'm really glad that Jamie's loyalty wasn't just a play, it was real, and I can work with that.
Yeah.
It really sucks though that everyone in the first half were people that I talked to least.
Yeah.
And once again, everyone that I have talked to is in the back half. And that's just theme of my LRG experience. I connect with the introverts and we get shoved aside. It's okay. It's okay.
So you got 2 matchups. Do you have a choice as to who you want to come back from each group?
I want Jamie to come back because Jamie is way more strategic than Anthony, and I feel like that will be more helpful as someone who, admittedly, is not the best strategically. I kind of throw shit at the wall, hope it sticks, and hope it doesn't stick. That's my goal. And I think if Jamie could clean up a little bit of this shit before I throw it, that would be very helpful. In terms of the girl bracket, who is it? It's Linda and
Matt.
I want Linda. Linda and I have connected a lot. I don't think I've talked to Maddie whatsoever. So that's my tea. I'm crushing on all the men here. It's so gorgeous here, y'all.
It's a good looking group.
It's so gorgeous. If my partner's here, hi baby, I miss you. Yeah, anything else?
That's it.
Oh, I miss you guys.
We miss you.
I miss being the
center
of attention.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I will. It's fine. All right. If you want to ask if anyone wants to come in, feel free to bring them on in. This is already more emotion and drama than we had all of the first day in season 1. I really think it didn't really pick up drama wise until like day 3. When we got to like prison goals. So this is like a big deal. I know that here comes Nate. Here comes Nate. Let's go. We'll do one at a time. You're up next. What? Performance. Perfect. Awesome. Have a seat. Yes. All right. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Just want your thoughts. I know you're tight with Jamie, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, so just where's your head at?
So obviously, Jamie's very much in her head, and this game has gotten like really quick for all of us. I was in like the fantasy last night with the prom and everything. But yeah, it's definitely pulling the heartstrings a lot of people. I think Jamie just kind of got missed by Mary's mistake of just not being awake and aware of like the situation. It's very easy to fumble in these games, and once you do, it's kind of like too late. But try to pep talk Jamie up. Tell them it's not over. There were so times AJ last season thought that they were gonna lose every elimination they went to, and then he just came out like a scrappy little badass and like won just multiple times, just proving himself. So try to instill that same confidence into Jamie, and hoping that they can just pull out a win and just surprise themselves and get the experience out of this that they didn't expect, because they're like, oh, I fully expected to go home first, and just try to change that negative talk in their head, and hopefully it'll be enough to kind of get them that up to win.
And you got Maddie and Linda on the other side. Thoughts on that?
Yes, I think that'll be a pretty solid, evenly matchup. I do hope that Maddie can pull out the win only because I know her, and I could see her being like a good alliance and we're down the line. But I think that match will be very even no matter what the game is. But yeah, that little lineup draw was getting a little scary. I was like, oh my God, I think there's
yeah, you were pretty low down there.
Yeah, so I think it was a wake-up call for me that even though I'm very social and stuff, I think I need to build deeper, stronger game connections, because
when it comes down to it, somebody may think I'm fun and great and like want me around, but if they're working with somebody, that relationship's gonna take priority, and it can't have, multiple can't have multiple acquaintances in this game. I need to have solid numbers. And luckily, the two people working with Asmara and Carter, we were like, okay, one of us gets picked, chooses Mara, and then she'll choose the other guy. So like we were able to save each other through that at the end, but it was getting a little scary.
So you said something to me yesterday on the stream. You said that you're so happy for Sean that he won, but you're getting out. Like you cannot have him at that final.
So yeah, so like I'm kind of having an internal battle here because I'm like, part of me is like, I do not want to see him in the final because that is scary and like that is like he's just a beast. But at the end of the day, I'm also like, dang, it wouldn't be badass to say I beat him in a final. And so I'm having this internal battle. I'm giving myself some time to think about it. I am working with Sean currently. And I'm like, I will probably work with him at least for the rest of today and probably tomorrow. But I was like, if I can either take him out in an elimination or I can beat him in the final, I'll be like very impressed with myself. And I'm here to push myself and be Nate 2.0, ankle 2.0, and do my big one. So we'll see. That is the jury's still out on that one, but for right now, I am working with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
We got Mary coming in. Have a seat on the throne, please. And just, you're obviously emotional.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
For one, I'm just an emotional person, so this is not the last of this you will see. Good, bad, whatever. I told everyone that asked what my strategy was yesterday was to save Jamie, and I told Jamie that they were my priority, and I just want you to know that because I know they're very anxious, and I wanted to give them that comfort. They just don't want to they wanted to push themselves, but obviously nobody wants to go home first, and they emphasized that, and I had the power to do so, and I'm just not awake yet. And I right here carpooled with Jamie and Maddie, and we didn't pregame, we carpooled, and I followed respect to pay to them. And yeah, I'm just not awake yet, and I picked Owen because that was my next priority as someone who's traveled across the world to be here. And I just saw it all over Jimmy's face. And it wasn't intentional, and it just really sucks. And I know Jimmy's a really fierce competitor, really underestimated, but they're not in a good headspace clearly. So,
have you had a chance to talk to Jamie yet?
I asked for a second, and then they walked away, which I respect. And then I came over here and I said, I want a confessional. I want to give you your space, but I need you to know that wasn't my intention. It was absence, and they had an understanding. So I really hope they can get in the zone because they can do anything that they set their mind to.
All right, come on in. Nominate players. Gymnasium. This is the elimination zone. We have torn apart our prom and we've recreated it here. Everything is chaos, and so we will be starting with a classic pole wrestle. I'll go ahead with the rules.
Players will attempt to wrestle a pole away from their opponent. Players will alternate hands to grip the pole, starting with the winner of a coin flip. Once all hands have been placed, on the sound of a horn, players will begin to wrestle the pole away from each other. There is no punching, kicking, biting, striking, etc. allowed. Players will start on their knees and may not stand to their feet. We will clarify this in a moment. If a player touches out of the designated play area, the match will reset to the center. After 5 minutes, if no one has won the round, the match will reset and both players will only be able to use one arm on the pole. Best 2 out of 3 rounds wins. Okay, I'm deep dive rules with you guys. Brianna's gonna walk away and talk to the stream for a little while.
In this one, this is physical, this is tough, but you have the option at any time to let go and stop the elimination. And that is what we want. We want to be in their control, that they can hang on as long as they want to. We give them gloves, we give them knee pads, mouth guards, helmets, all of the above to make it safe. But this is a classic, and it's going to be a headbanger. Now, we had some faces that looked a little bit excited. We had some faces that looked a little bit not excited from the cast who's playing. So this is going to be very interesting.
So Jamie is going to put their hand on the pole first, and we'll go from there. Now stand in knees.
And crew, feel emboldened to call it a PCA. You just cannot leave the confines of your tent. So be as loud as you want.
Start on my whistle.
Because I promise if I gotta yell, I can be loud.
Anthony ready? Jamie ready?
Go. Go.
No, stop. On knees. May not go to 2 feet. We're going to reset and start again. Y'all both doing great. On my whistle.
Good job.
Y'all are crushing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Little twist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Y'all are doing so good. Good job, Jamie. Good job, Anthony. Y'all are fighters.
You got this. You'll chase the proof yourself. We're learning how to like get out. There we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Doing good, folks.
Stay with it. Fight for your life.
Y'all got this. Y'all are beasts.
Let your foot down. Push yourself away.
Yes.
One foot. Got this. Pull it up and out, up and out.
Make sure you have 2 hands. Here we go, Jamie. Yes, Jamie. Good job, Jamie. Good job, Anthony. All right, Anthony. Yeah.
No, stop. We're 2 feet.
Stop. That's time.
Great. Yeah, so we're resetting to 1 hand. After 5 minutes.
I know. This is why we run this.
Got this.
Here we go.
Lock in.
Got it.
All right, so I hear we had a request for some commentary, and I have a microphone today. So since we can't really hear what's going on, you and I are gonna chat and watch this together. All right, and I'm not the only one asking for these switches out there. We're gonna get Scott out to get switched. All right, let's see if we can fit that to the screen. Turn it up a little bit. Scott, I'm gonna beg you to get closer, and I'm gonna beg the Wi-Fi people to get this a clear picture. Okay, oh, I guess we're gonna go right into round 2 of the males instead of alternating back and forth. So because Jamie got to place their hand first on the pole last time, Anthony started this time. I will say Anthony was one of my draft picks. Anthony was my draft pick for the male gendered contestants. Okay, it looks like Anthony's going to try to use some of the size advantage he has on Jamie to kind of wiggle that away. I will say Jamie is an incredibly strong person. They might look tiny, but Jamie knows how to handle themselves and is much stronger than they look. Okay, we've gotten some flips. Was there a reason for these two going in? So Jamie was the last selected in the safety chain, and it seems like that was due to an error on one of the other people's parts. It sounds like someone was supposed to pick Jamie and an error picked Owen, which led to Jamie not getting picked in the end. And so Jamie got to call out a male gendered contestant and called out Anthony. For Linda and Maddie, I'm assuming the Linda going in, again, end of the safety chain due to the last place placement yesterday. And she says she called out Maddie because she has the least connection with her. So we'll see how that works out. Wait, I think Anthony just gave up. He took his hands off. They're hugging it out. That is a win for Jamie.
Great shot. Okay. To your knees.
All right. Let's get ready to rumble, y'all.
Sarah's gonna flip a coin. Somebody call it. Heads or tails?
Let me find out for sure.
Okay. That means Maddie's gonna grab first. Yeah, for sure. Okay. We're gonna do safety checks, and then we're gonna go on Adam's whistle. Okay. Linda, ready? Something verbal.
Maddie is in the blue helmet.
Something verbal? Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Whose phone?
Just in case.
I have Scott's audio on.
Let's go, girls. Fight, y'all, fight.
sound of the actual challenge. If you want to put Adams on as well.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. We're figuring out who to have. Okay, I'm doing my best. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of audio when we have this many cameras and actions. We're working through the kinks as they're happening. I am the yapper. Hello, that is me. I am the behind the scenes wizard behind the curtain this season. Hey. So, yes, Maddie is our blue helmet. Linda is in the white helmet. I'm just now getting some photos sent in from the field and from the first bout of pole wrestling. And let me tell you, it looks cool. I have my 5-hour energy here in my hand. I'm probably going to take it once they finish this elimination. I probably got more sleep than the contestants did last night, but I'm still freaking tired. I don't know if I can swear on Twitch, so I'm not going to do it until I get confirmation whether I can or not. This is an incredibly physical competition. It is grueling. And we had them run a mini final yesterday. And some of them, we don't all take the easiest path. So some of them had to take like multiple quarter-mile jogs to get back to the table in order to do their tangrams. Oh, Maddie's got a foot up. Let's get her back down. There we go. Linda is really hanging in there, though, although Linda's also popping up now. Oh, okay. I hear Nate in the background giving some direction. Nate and Maddie do know each other from the Columbus LRG scene. And I believe they've played together very briefly. They were just in Columbus All-Stars recently. So was I, but I was second boot. So, like, not really. Actually, no. Nate did make it to Columbus. That's incorrect on my behalf, I believe. Okay, they are resetting. And it looks like we might be resetting not due to a... Yep. So we're resetting because the helmet did not fit correctly and was causing issues. So no one has any points yet. Both of the contestants are still in this for the first round. All right, the girls are going to start back up. The female contestants, sorry.
Ready?
All right, they are back at it. So, okay. So Maddie is now in an orange helmet. The helmet color has been switched. Pink knee pads, Linda. Orange helmet, Maddie. Linda's got a pretty good technique down. She's immediately covering the pole with her body and trying to kind of twist with it. But Maddie's got her hands up under there, so she's not giving in easily. Oh, from an outside the game. You probably quit that challenge if you think you're going to get hurt. That's fair. I would just get hurt. Kayvon also has 6 inches. He did. Kayvon was significantly taller than most of us. Trish looking like a wrestling referee. I'll let her know. We love that for her. Also, hi, Dad. Shout out Sammy. Down on her knees looking for a pin. She's down on her knees looking for 2 hands off that pole.
There we go.
Find the weak spot and pull. Find the weak spot and pull.
Ooh. I don't know who the rest of the house is hoping comes back from this. It sounds like everyone's kind of giving advice to the whole group.
Yeah, get your grip, get your grip.
Remember with them thighs, girl, if you got to.
Big thighs save lives.
If we could just make sure that the people holding the cameras stay a little bit separate, that'd be cool, because then we start getting feedback. But I agree. I don't know which of our contestants said that thick thighs save lives, but they do. That is a fact. All right, so again, Linda's got that like up under her. She is like determined, which is it's good to see. We love some determination in this game. Maddie is not giving up though. She said she is not going to be easy. That was the time, so that's their 5 minutes. All right, so this is really gonna heavily depend on where you can grab it and which hand you pull it with, because I know some people, their dominant hand might be their right hand, but they have stronger grip strength in their left. And that's something that you really have to take into account. Maddie's starting low. I think that's a good strategy. She's got her other arm on the ground already. Oh. Okay, we see Linda trying to... We see a lot of wrist grabbing. Oh, Maddie's got the right idea. Put a knee on it.
We're clean. Keep going.
Oh. And that is a point for Maddie. Oh.
Linda ready? Maddie ready?
All right, they're going into round 2. If Linda wins this, they have a 3rd round to go into. If Maddie wins this, it's over and Maddie stays. The video should clear back up here in a second. Do we think Maddie has figured out the strategy? Oh, okay. Oh, they're doing the cha-cha slide like we did last night. Oh. See, Linda's got a good idea with her knees getting in there. Laying on it like that does make it hard for your opponent to maintain a grip, especially if Linda's able to kind of twist her body into Maddie instead of away. We've got several judges out there. That's something we have this year that we didn't have as many of last season. Each challenge has multiple judges that are tasked with judging different aspects of the challenge. This makes it easier for calls to be made. And so that if someone ever questions what's happened, we have people to go back to that make the call. Okay, Linda is back up. She's trying to change it. Oh, okay. Maddie's going to kind of shove her to the side with a hip. Maddie readjusting her hand positioning. Okay. Okay. Oh. Linda's kind of flipped her. Let's see. Can Linda pull it out? Oh, Linda had one hand off. Maddie almost stole it there, but she got that second hand back in. Oh, Maddie's got a hand off. Maddie's got one hand off.
Round 2 goes to Linda. Round 2 goes to Linda. Going into round 3.
And that is a point to Linda. That means we're going into round 3 for the female gendered contestants.
This is the first time.
I'll shrink that a little bit. And then we shrink this a little bit, but then we move it. And then we shrink it more. Is it better now that they're a little smaller? Are they less blurry? How are we feeling? How's this look? They look clearer on my screen and on the stream screen to me now. Cool. Incredible. All right. This is the first sudden death we've had to go to in Great Lakes history for pole wrestle. Do we think they're going to make it to another 5 minutes and we're going to have to go back down to one hand? That seemed to be zoom in. What do you mean by zoom in? I don't have zooming capabilities. I can make the actual screen larger, but I cannot get closer to them.
You guys rock. Let's go.
Good bases, nice drive. Good bases, nice drive.
I can do that, but then you get a little, you get blurry. Yeah, sorry, I don't have zooming capabilities because this is live on an iPhone. So.
Good job. Hold away. Good job.
See, I don't know why. It's like you can make it bigger and it gets blurry. But there we go. So we have two angles, kind of seeing all sides of it. Who do we think's gonna pull this one out, y'all? Okay, they're just gonna stand there, I guess, or sit there. What would we consider this? Lay there? I don't know. They're like not giving up. For those of us newbies, can you recap the rules? Absolutely, I can. So this is pole wrestle. This is a challenge classic. The goal is to rip the pole out of your opponent's hands. If you get 2 hands off of the pole, then you win. It's best 2 out of 3. For our rules here at Challenge Great Lakes, we do say that they have to be on their knees. They are not allowed to stand up. It puts them at a risk for safety. And so we just don't do that. That is Nate's voice booming in the background. As of right now, each of the girls are tied 1-1. Whoever gets this moves on and stays in the competition. The other one is unfortunately eliminated. In the challenge, this is sometimes done with a pole akin to ours. Sometimes it's like a circle that they have to hold. Sometimes it's like something with a knot on the end. Ah, beautiful. These are also our rules for our version of the Great Lakes. I've pinned them to the top if you guys want to watch them.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, they're requesting some flips. No worries. Shout out to Kim in the chat for being able to come in with things that I can't. And that's Maddie.
Round 3, Maddie.
That goes to Maddie. So, our eliminated players are Anthony and Linda.
Okay, so, first of all, Jamie and Maddie, congratulations. Proving your toughness early can be a valuable asset in the challenge. That's exactly what you both did here. You proved how tough and strong you are physically and mentally. Well done. Don't go anywhere yet. Anthony, it's been so fun having you. You are truly a life of the party personality. You were beloved by this cast. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you later.
Yes.
Yeah. Linda, it's incredibly brave to come out here and do something like this without anybody you know doing it, without any context, but being willing to put yourself in a position to push yourself beyond what you've done before. And that truly is one of the most impressive things you can be here in the challenge. Thank you for being with us. We will see you both later.
Good job.
Incredible job, Anthony and Linda. And they have now been informed there are battlebacks. There is a bit of a twist this season.
Jamie and Maddie, congratulations. Not only may you rejoin your cast, you are both safe from the next elimination.
So, Jamie and Maddie cannot be thrown into elimination next round, no matter what. Now, for the battlebacks this season, there is something a little bit different. Last season, you could compete in every single battleback when you were eliminated until you got back in or until they were over. This season, not so much. If you're eliminated today, you can compete in the battleback today. If you don't get back in, thank you for your time competing with us. Tomorrow's contestants are the same, so you only get one shot at a battleback this time. I'm going to head on out now. Stream's going to shut down. We will be back at 12 o'clock for our episode 2, which is our second mission. And bring your towels, guys, because this is going to be a wet one.